Have you ever imagined becoming fluent in English without anyone's help? No classrooms, no teachers, no expensive courses, just you and a smart strategy. The truth is, mastering English alone is 100% possible. In this video, you'll learn proven methods to build fluency, confidence, and real communication skills, completely on your own. Before you focus on techniques or time schedules, you need to build the right mindset. Mindset is the foundation that determines whether your efforts succeed or fade away after a few weeks. Many learners get excited at the beginning, but lose motivation because they treat English like a temporary project, not a long-term identity. Identity shift is the first step. Stop saying, "I'm learning English," and start saying, "I'm an English speaker." This simple change may seem small, but it creates a powerful psychological effect. When you see yourself as a speaker, you naturally look for opportunities to use English in daily life. You start to speak, think, and act like someone who belongs to the English-speaking world. This identity builds confidence and pushes you to keep going, even on tough days. Next, apply the no zero English days rule. It doesn't matter if you're busy, tired, or unmotivated. You must do something with English every single day. It could be as simple as saying 3 sentences out loud, listening to a 1-minute clip, or writing a short journal entry. Consistency is more important than intensity. Daily action keeps your brain engaged and prevents the start and stop cycle that kills progress. Another key part of the mindset is to embrace mistakes. Many learners are afraid of speaking or writing because they don't want to be wrong. But mistakes are not failures. They are signs of growth. Every error you make is feedback that helps your brain adjust and improve. The more mistakes you make, the faster you learn. Think of mistakes as your personal teachers, not enemies. Why start with mindset? Because without it, no method will work. You can have the best study plan in the world, but if you only follow it when you feel like it, your progress will be inconsistent. On the other hand, with the right mindset, even simple techniques like self-talk or shadowing become powerful tools. Consider 2 learners. One studies in short, random bursts when motivated. The other does a small, meaningful action every day. After 3 months, the second learner speaks more confidently and remembers more vocabulary, not because of talent, but because of daily discipline. Mindset is the real engine behind mastery. One of the most powerful, yet underestimated, methods to improve your English speaking is talking to yourself. It's free, available 24/7, and gives you unlimited speaking practice without the fear of being judged. Many learners wait for the perfect environment or a native speaker partner. But the truth is, you can build fluency even when you're completely alone by making English your internal language. Why it works? When you talk to yourself, you remove the biggest barrier most learners face: fear of judgment. There's no pressure to sound perfect or impress anyone. You can experiment, make mistakes, and repeat as many times as you need. This creates a safe space for your brain to practice forming sentences, pronouncing words, and thinking directly in English. Over time, this self-talk becomes automatic, making real conversations much smoother. One practical tool is the 4W method, which helps you structure your self-talk and keep it natural. What are you doing? Describe your current actions. For example, I'm making coffee. I pour water into the kettle. I'm waiting for it to boil. What are you thinking? Express your thoughts, plans, or feelings. For example, I feel a bit tired today, but I'm excited to finish my project. What do you see? Describe your surroundings like a narrator. For example, outside the window, I see people walking to work. The sky is bright and clear. What will you do next? Talk about your upcoming actions. For example, after I finish breakfast, I'll start reading an article in English. These prompts help you turn everyday moments into mini English lessons. Another excellent technique is mirror talk. Stand in front of a mirror and talk about your day, your goals, or even your emotions. Looking at yourself while speaking trains your brain to handle real-life speaking situations. It boosts your confidence, helps you notice your facial expressions, and improves your pronunciation and fluency. The key is to make English part of your daily life. Narrate your actions while cooking, explain your thoughts while walking, or plan your day out loud in English. You don't need a classroom. Your mind and voice are enough. From a psychological perspective, Self-talk strengthens neural pathways responsible for language production. The more you activate these pathways, the faster your brain processes and retrieves English phrases, just like athletes training muscle memory. Over time, thinking and speaking in English becomes natural and fluid. So, don't wait for the perfect conversation partner. Become your own partner. Talk to yourself daily, and you'll notice your fluency and confidence grow faster than you expect. If there's one principle that separates fluent speakers from endless learners, it's this. Fluency comes from repetition, not from constantly learning new things. Many learners believe they need to memorize thousands of words or study countless grammar rules. But real fluency isn't about how much you know. It's about how quickly and automatically you can use what you know. Think of speaking English like playing a musical instrument. A guitarist doesn't master a song by playing it once. They practice the same chords and riffs over and over until their fingers move effortlessly. In the same way, your mouth and brain must work together automatically, like brushing your teeth. You don't think about each movement. It just happens. This is where the fluency repetition system comes in. It's simple, powerful, and incredibly effective. Choose one simple sentence. Start with something short and practical, like, I'm getting better every day, or I don't give up easily. These are phrases you can actually use in daily life. Repeat it 50 times. Yes, 50. Not 5, not 10. The goal is to push the sentence so deep into your brain that it becomes second nature. Repeat it in different ways. Slowly, to focus on pronunciation. Fast, to build rhythm and flow. With emotion, to make it memorable. In different contexts, so that your brain learns flexibility. Use in your self-talk or journaling. Don't stop at repetition. Start using that sentence naturally in your daily self-talk. For example, say, I'm getting better every day when you finish a study session. Write it in your daily journal. The more context you use it in, the stronger the memory becomes. Why it works. Repetition transfers language from short-term memory, where most learners stay stuck, into long-term, usable fluency. Your brain needs repeated exposure and practice to build fast recall. It's the same principle athletes use. Basketball players practice basic dribbles and free throws daily, not because they're difficult, but because mastery comes from drilling the basics. The beauty of this method is that you can apply it to any phrase, at any level. Over time, as you repeat hundreds of useful sentences, your speaking speed, accuracy, and confidence will skyrocket. Fluency is built one sentence at a time, repeated until it becomes a part of you. So pick your first sentence today and start repeating. Your future fluent self will thank you. If you want to sound more natural and fluent in English, there's one powerful technique that bridges the gap between studying and actually speaking. The 3X method. Listen, copy, speak. This method trains your ears, tongue, and brain to work together just like a native speaker's. It's not about memorizing grammar rules. It's about absorbing the music of English. Step 1. Listen deeply. Choose a short, authentic audio clip, something between 5 to 20 seconds. It could be from a movie scene, a podcast, a TED Talk, or a YouTube interview. The key is that it must be real English spoken by native speakers. Then listen closely. Don't just focus on the words. Pay attention to rhythm, intonation, stress, and emotion. Notice where the speaker speeds up, where they pause, and how their voice rises and falls. English has a melody, and this is what makes native speech sound smooth and effortless. Step 2. Copy exactly, shadowing. Now, play the clip again and repeat along with it word for word, trying to match the speaker's tone, speed, and feeling as closely as possible. This is called shadowing, like being the speaker's echo in real time. Don't worry if it's messy at first. It's like learning choreography. At the beginning, you stumble, but with practice, your movements align. Over time, this builds your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. Step 3. Speak without listening. After shadowing several times, pause the audio and try to say the line from memory. Imagine you're the speaker. Reproduce the tone, rhythm, and emotion. This step is crucial because it forces your brain to actively retrieve the language instead of just copying passively. Daily routine. To get results, practice this method 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening, for just 5 to 7 minutes each. You don't need long sessions. Consistency beats intensity. One well-practiced line a day is far more powerful than cramming dozens without depth. Why it works? The 3X method works because it mirrors how babies learn to speak. They listen carefully, mimic exactly, and then begin to speak independently. By copying native patterns, you're rewiring your brain and mouth to produce English naturally, not in a forced or robotic way. Over time, your pronunciation improves, your speech becomes smoother, and your confidence grows. This method is simple but transformative. If you apply it daily, even for a few minutes, you'll start to sound more fluent, more authentic, and more confident than ever before. One of the biggest barriers to speaking English fluently isn't vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation. It's fear. Fear of sounding wrong. Fear of being judged. Fear of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Perfectionism kills progress. If you want to become fluent, you must embrace the mindset of speak ugly first, correct later. Core principle: speak first, correct later. Many learners stay silent because they're waiting for the perfect sentence to form in their minds. But language is not a math problem. It's a skill. You learn to speak by speaking. Even if your sentence is broken, it's still communication. Saying, "I want to ask okay," is 1,000 times better than saying nothing at all. When you speak, you create opportunities for your brain to retrieve words, for others to respond, and for you to grow. When you stay silent, none of that happens. Overcoming fear and perfectionism. Think about it. Children don't wait until their grammar is perfect before they start talking. A child might say, "Me want cookie," and no one laughs at them. Over time, through daily use, they naturally refine their language. Adults can, and should, learn the same way. Perfectionism is sneaky. It makes you believe that mistakes are signs of failure, when in reality, mistakes are signs of progress. Every ugly sentence is a step toward fluency. Children's method: learn like a kid. Children master languages because they don't overanalyze. They listen, they imitate, they speak, and they keep going every single day. They don't freeze mid-sentence to think about grammar rules. Instead, they focus on meaning, not mechanics. As an adult, you can use the same method. Speak freely first. Let the words flow, even if they're messy. Then, once the conversation is over, reflect and correct. Progress over perfection. Fluency isn't built in moments of silent thinking. It's built in moments of courageous speaking. Instead of waiting for perfect sentences, celebrate every attempt. Did you speak up today? That's a win. Did you push through hesitation? That's real progress. You can always refine later. Record yourself speaking, then listen and notice one thing to improve next time. Bit by bit, those ugly sentences turn into smooth, confident English. Mindset shift. Fluency equals courage, not grammar accuracy. True fluency is not about speaking with perfect grammar every time. It's about having the courage to express yourself, even when it's imperfect. Courage builds consistency, and consistency builds fluency. So, the next time you hesitate, remind yourself, fluent speakers speak first. Perfectionists stay stuck. Choose progress. Speak ugly today, and watch how beautiful your English becomes tomorrow. One of the most powerful ways to make English a natural part of your life is to create a short, consistent daily routine. Something so simple that you can do it every day without excuses. That's where the 10-minute fluency zone comes in. By dedicating just 10 focused minutes each morning, you set the tone for the entire day and give your brain a clear signal. English matters. Why morning matters? Mornings are a fresh start. Your mind is less cluttered, your willpower is higher, and your environment is usually quieter. By starting your day with English, you're not just practicing, you're building a powerful habit that compounds over time. Practical routine. A simple 10-minute plan. Minutes 1 to 3. Self-talk. Begin by speaking out loud to yourself. Talk about how you feel, what you're thinking, or what you plan to do today. For example, I feel excited because I have a big presentation. Today, I'm going to focus on being productive. This trains your brain to think in English naturally. Minutes 4 to 6. Shadow one sentence. Pick one sentence from a native speaker, movie, podcast, TED Talk. Play it several times, then mimic it exactly. Tone, rhythm, emotion. This builds pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Minutes 7 to 8. Write a short journal entry. Grab a notebook or your phone and write a few sentences about your morning. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just express your thoughts. Writing reinforces what you've spoken and deepens your language memory. Minutes 9 to 10. Positive affirmations. End with strong affirmations like, I speak English with confidence. I'm improving every day. My English flows naturally. Saying these out loud boosts confidence and shifts your identity toward that of an English speaker. Why this works? This routine is short, practical, and repeatable. You're touching all core skills, speaking, listening, writing, and mindset, in just 10 minutes. Over weeks and months, these daily actions build unstoppable momentum. Closing message. Fluency isn't just knowledge. It's a physical skill of your mouth, tongue, and brain working together. Just like athletes train daily, consistent English workouts create real mastery. 10 minutes every morning may seem small, but over time, it's the difference between staying stuck and becoming truly fluent.